training camp that we're on. What's your objectives for this week?
Are the more objectives as in every training camp, but certainly as to get back into the rhythm of the game. So first fitness levels, and then second the way of play, to improve that. And then we are with the mixed team. So if I talk about several objectives, so we have a lot of young players with us as well. So they have to support us, but also they can show themselves what they have on, and what their capabilities are, and what their potential is, and if we can use them, if they have a future.
Yeah. Is it hard for them? Do you see it hard for them to come up and express themselves? Is it like the mental challenge that they face? It's coming to impress you, basically, as the manager.
But I think it's a great opportunity for them. Normally we don't have this break. Now we have this break. Many players are in the World Cup, so there are positions available, and they can get used from these positions, and they can show themselves, and they can challenge with players who play Premier League. So that is a fantastic event for them.
Yeah. And for the senior players, the likes of Anthony Martial, who obviously was getting back to fitness, and the rest of the boys that are here, is the same objective, to keep fit, just to be ready for the Burnley game coming up?
Not to keep fit, to get fitter, and to improve the fitness levels. And so if we see the season so far, especially in the front line, we didn't always had the players available. And when they were available, they were not always capable to be in the right fitness levels to compete. And so this is an important objective, to fill that gap, to close that gap, that we are better after the winter, from in the restart, that we are better to compete and to match the fitness levels from the Premier League, and especially from the top four.
Have you noticed a big difference in intensity from the Premier League, from the Dutch league to the Premier League?
It's a big difference, yeah. But those players usually they can match, and they are already a long time they are in that league, so they know what it is like. But you push yourself, and what they need is a proper program. And when they do that program, they come in the right levels.
Yeah. So you've got Cadiz, obviously Real Betis. Were they specifically pick those games for a certain reason, or what are you trying to get out of those games?
I think there are two good opponents playing in La Liga. What we all know is a good competition. So we get really a challenge in both games. Cadiz played last game against Real Madrid, and they lose only 2-1. So then it's a tough opponent, and Betis also, we know it's a really good opponent. So we're really looking forward and to work on our way of play. And as I said, for younger players, it's a good challenge, and it's a fantastic opportunity to show themselves.
Yeah. And obviously World Cup's on at the moment. Have you been taking a lot of the World Cup in? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, out of several reasons as well. It's a fantastic event. All the top players are there. So really nice to watch that. And of course, a lot of players of us are there in different teams. So I watch a lot, I follow them all, try to keep in touch with them. So I'm really happy with the performances from the most. And that's a good message to our team to work here. It's a motivation even, because we have top class players. So now it's about getting the best team, and we want to achieve something this season.
Yeah. And are you watching as a Holland fan? Are you looking, or are you looking from afar?
Of course, when Holland is playing, I have a connection with a lot of members of the Dutch squad, the players in particular. We're also with the staff members, and of course it's your country, then you follow. But I can also enjoy like England, Argentina, Brazil, Portugal, where our other players are.
Has anybody surprised you? Any team surprised you in particular?
So what you see is World Cup, that in the start difficult. Organization is not always that well because they was in this time in particular less preparation time, but it's always national teams because players coming from a lot of clubs, and then they have to form a team. But you see the intensity is that high, and then playing for your country, I think it gives such a boost, and then that makes up an increasing of the intensity, and I think it's fantastic to see it, and that in a relationship with the quality of the players, so it's really enjoyable. If you see yesterday at the game of Brazil, it was a fantastic performance, and that's, I think, why we like football.
You know, with